Welcome back to the flower farm at Park Winters. I'm really excited this time of year because we keep putting in more and more beautiful flowers in our flower rows for you to pick your own bouquet experiences. What I want to share with you today is the strategy that we took on this year versus our previous years. Originally, when we started growing our flowers for our farm, we were growing them in-house and we were planting the seeds and putting them under these grow lights in our flower farm office. That was good, but the success rate isn't 100% when you're growing seeds yourself. This year I took on a different strategy, and the strategy has been to buy plugs. And we ordered all of our plugs from Farmer Bailey, and these arrived in the mail, and they're really awesome. They're easy to plant. You just, pop them out, and they have all these like really cute little starts, and it saves you a lot of time and money, because if you spend a lot of time coddling these plants that you don't really know exactly to get them started successfully, if you want to have like a sure start or more of a guarantee that you're going to be successful, we decided to order them, and I'm very happy with them because we already have a lot of them in our rows, and now we just have a few more that are coming in waves. And so I want to show you more of the things we've done in the farm, and I want to show you when we received them and how excited we were the day they arrived, because it was like receiving like 2,500 little babies. How you doing? Look at this. These are our new babies. This is the first time that we order from Farmer Bailey, and these are really beautiful. And so this is exciting because in the past years we've spent a lot of time, babying like the plants that we were growing in-house, and we've switched up everything, and we ordered plugs, and so here they are. They arrived just a little bit ago. These are graffiti green gold. Aren't those nice? So we have a bunch of them, and we have all these other boxes full. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull them out and let them breathe for the weekend. We're getting the rows ready so we can plant them, and let me show you how it works. You can get these from farmerbailey.com, and I'm just so glad that we have this resource, because growing your own starts is no joke. I mean, every step of the way of gardening and farming is so important, and if you don't have like a really nice start to to your plants, and if you just sort of wing it with like the wrong soil, the wrong lighting, etc., you could just have like hit and miss with growing your stuff in-house. And because we're growing so many flowers, and our business relies on having really nice flowers in the rows for people, and I didn't want to spend all winter trying to grow them, so we ordered these from Farmer Bailey, so we're excited. Here they are. And what are these? These are Lepidium green dragon. So it's going to be a really beautiful year in our flower farm. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to like let them breathe, because a few of them kind of got a little bit mashed, not terribly, but just kind of a little bit. They're a little tall, so they got sort of like pushed down, and I'm going to water them, let them harden a little bit over the weekend, and then on Monday we're going to start planting them, and it's going to be a beautiful year. This is just our first shipment, and so these little guys are going to be all the flowers that y'all are going to be picking this year. I'm really pleased with these because the plants look very healthy, and so they're going to have a really nice sure start to their life. And every single one of them, the way that they shipped them and the way that they sent them, were intact. So it's exciting. I want to bring you into my seed office and show you the way we've laid it all out, the method to our madness, and putting it all together so we can have a visual. And what we've done is we have several graphs of all the layouts of all of our rows. So every one of these represents a row. We have a west side and an east side, and we have 38 rows on each side. As we change them, we plug in the different names of the flowers we have. Let me take you into our seed office and show you what we've got going on. So a lot of these seeds are seeds that we've collected from our previous year, and then there's some in boxes that we're still going to process. And then so I have one of my coworkers, she sits right over here, and then this is my desk, and where we have everything laid out of what we're growing. So this right here is a visual of all the different plants that we planted this year. And so they all came in those little plugs from Farmer Bailey. And I'm so excited. Look at all these beautiful choices. Some of my favorites are the strawflowers because they last for a very long time. You've got, this year we ordered the red, the raspberries, and there's some new flowers that I've never grown. So it'll be exciting to grow them. This one is another one that I'm very excited about, is echinops. I've never grown these, but they have this really cool texture about them, and I heard they're biennials, so we won't get the actual flowers till the second year, and they are perennial, so I'm excited about those.
Farming is no joke. You know how I said that we were going to do no-till gardening in our flower farm? Well, all of our perennial rows, we were able to weed them and add lots of compost and get them looking beautiful. And everybody's happy because they've had lots of nutrition and lots of compost and all the stuff. So these plants are just so happy and thriving. But what I did want to mention is that our intention was to do no-till gardening, and I made a big splash about it. And I had all the best intentions, but we blinked. We had a couple rains, and a lot of our rows just closed in on us. And I just decided that for the ones that got away from us, we're just going to till them and, forgive ourselves for killing the worms that were literally killing as we mow there. But we have to plant all these bulbs that just arrived. And, so I just made a decision to just till it, till the soil. We're adding all of our compost in there. And, we're not bad people. We're not bad farmers. And, you live and learn. And so in order to get the plants in the ground in time, we're doing it. And so while my intentions are to do no-till farming, it's not happening this season. And so I guess we're going to have, if someone asks me, do we till? It'll be, the answer is we do. Half of our farm is tilled and the other half is not. So it's a hybrid thing. And it will be cool to observe what thrives not being tilled and, how the rows do that are tilled. But I mean, I pretty much think that the no-till flowers are going to show differently, and they're going to be hardy and taller and bigger. That's my call. But, I have my fingers crossed that, with these rows that we're tilling, that they're going to do just fine too, because we're going to have a lot of beautiful compost from our farm.
This is a prime example of how happy your plants will be if you give them compost. I have to say, you know, my gardening journey has been long and beautiful, and I really ignored giving fertilizer to plants when I lived in Florida and I started gardening, because it just seemed like they all did so well. It didn't ever occur to me. But living here in Northern California and diving deeper into my gardening journey, I've learned some very basic things, that plants need food and water just like we do. And I'm so proud to say that all of our waste, all of our compost that we have tilled into these flower rows, that they come back super strong. And I could see a huge difference in the health of our plants because they have the strength and the energy to come back so strong. This is our Scabiosa rose, and we have 3 colors of them. And this row right here is the Scabiosa starflower. And what I love about this row is that this is the first year that I'm growing it as a row. And I literally took all the dry seed pods from the starflower Scabiosa that is in our entrance to our parking lot, and I planted them here. So I didn't buy these seeds, I just took them from another one. But the backstory to these starflower Scabiosa is awesome. My theory is that someone was walking to take sunset photos after their wedding, and this flower fell off of a bouquet and planted itself, because I know I never planted them. And they're so cool and cosmic. They have these beautiful dried geodesic dome heads that we cut and dry. And I've seen them in a lot of like the fancy flower bouquets in events. And so now we have them. So I'm proud to say that we grew all these from those seeds. And we can all buy seeds online, and we can always go to the store. But foraging them, observing how they start in a pod, and then folding them into your garden, and then having them be successfully growing, to me is a lot more exciting. And I love the sport of it, and I love the exchange that us gardeners have with each other. Just last Friday, I had a gardening date with a friend, and she came here just to take clippings, and she brought me all these beautiful clippings of mums. And so it's such a beautiful gardener's world, and I just love the camaraderie. I love the interest, and the passion that we all have for gardening is undescribable. What I want to do is show you the rest of the farm and how we've put in these plugs from Farmer Bailey, and look at how nice they are. They're doing so well. Once you put them in the ground, they grow a lot faster. So we have beautiful rows of celosia. We have asters, all kinds of strawflowers. As you can see, the flowers are really happy, and there's been a lot of smiles. We started the flower picking experiences about 3 weeks ago, and we have a whole full year until the end of November of growing. It's been really exciting getting all the flowers going, and now that we have sun and heat, it's just gonna make everybody grow faster. And so I want to invite you all to come out to our farm if you live within driving distance. And those of you that can't come visit us yet, I hope you enjoy the videos we're providing. I want to thank everyone for watching, and I hope everyone is having a great day, either gardening or doing something creative.